Adam Hancock is in Taipei and has been following the developments for us.
It's been a fairly steady stream of voters so far, about halfway through the day of voting at the stage. Still, the biggest issue for voters when you speak to them is the concerns about China, Taiwan's national security, protecting Taiwan's democracy, some even saying protecting Taiwan's independence. China obviously is a huge issue here. I had one voter earlier talking to me about how she's noticed a lot of Chinese interference on social media during this election campaign. But away from that, I think the general vibe is that people are very happy to show off their democracy today. I've had people coming up to me smiling and waving and thanking the media for being here and covering the election, showing how important the freedoms that they have here are to the people on this island. Some of the younger voters I've spoken to as well, well, they've been talking about some of the economic issues. I had one student who goes to university here in Taipei explaining how it's such a challenge to afford to live here, whereas another younger voter said that she hoped that Taiwan starts to look away from China for trade links and the economy, instead focusing on some other regional partners such as Japan and South Korea. So plenty of opinions at the polling station this morning, and about 4 hours to go until the polls close today. People today are deciding on the person who is going to dictate Taiwan's relationships with Beijing and with Washington and with other countries in the region. And it's so important because this island could potentially be a major flashpoint in that global conflict between Washington and Beijing. So everybody wants to see what direction things are going to go. If the DPP, the Democratic Progressive Party, their candidate William Lai, if he's successful, expect Beijing to react in an angry manner. They don't like him. They've called him a troublemaker and a separatist. Whereas in the opposition Kuomintang party, the KMT, if they are successful, historically, they've had much better ties with Beijing, and that could change the whole dynamic of the region, because the concern will be from Washington and its allies in this part of the world that China will then have more sway over Taiwan. So forget the domestic issues here from an international perspective. It's all about who's going to be guiding those crucial relationships.